that beyond MOSA and all that, and he has been seriously forthcoming. He's a wonderful man. I also want to thank Mr. Wahab Benga and Major Otiki. I think Major Otiki is a member of this class, if I'm right. When we came to Abuja for the presidential packet, the role Major Otiki and Mr. Benga have played in making that program a success is an opportunity for me to say thank you in the presence of everybody, especially your class set members. Thank you very much. You represented them very well, and I'm very grateful to you. Let me let you know that this MOSA work, this presidency, is like the work of a pastor or the work of an imam. This moment you are happy because one vision, share it with you. The next moment you hear about an Exmay who died of COVID, and so your emotions is always like that. Today you are happy, tomorrow something crops up, and you still have to move on. Those who are sad, they want the MOSA president to be sad with them. Those who are happy, they want the MOSA president to be happy with them. And at times these things are happening at the same time. But I want to thank you all for the support that we have gotten from you, especially me. I want to thank you for supporting me. I pray that God, in His infinite mercy, will support every one of you. This evening, I'm going to be very brief because I know you guys have a lot of things to do. I can see your class set is just wonderful. I sat in here and I was listening to every gist and every things you guys are saying, and I mean it's been wonderful. And let me also say thank you to Busola Dosumu for that song. You have a very beautiful voice. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. The second song, we never took that in Mayflower. I don't even know if you will notice. I just kept quiet. I'm sure in the next few years too, they will sing some songs that you guys don't know too. Okay, so this evening, I just want to share something with us, and then I will wrap it up with things that are going on in Mayflower that you guys can come in to help. I just want to say that your legacy, the lives that you touched, that is what I'm speaking about very briefly. Your legacy is the lives that you touched. Your legacy is not the car, is not the houses and all that. The lives that you touch, whether it's the life of your children, whether it's the life of your neighbors, whether the lives of less privileged children, people you don't even know. Your legacy is the lives that you touched. At primary school, the junior school, and from there I went to Mayflower, and I had this opportunity of being right from primary school till I left Mayflower, the opportunity and the privilege of being the class captain all through, right from my primary school days. I've been a class captain. Every time I get into a new class, I become the class captain. Of course, I led my class set after we left universities and all that. Our universities, I led the class set, and we've been able to do quite a number of things. And but while I was in school, I had, especially in the secondary school, I had an opportunity of contesting for an election at the ombuds. I also had the opportunity of getting close to Dr. Tai Sholari and the wife. Now, a number of people will not know that Madam Sheila, before her death, told me something very, very important. She told me that make sure, there was a time she got involved in the NGO that I run, and she died, and I was visiting her one day, and she said, make sure that you are honest and you are hardworking. I was surprised when I visited Auntie Corinne one day, and she told me that Mama will always say, be honest, be hardworking. And I'm going to tie these two together with what I've just said about your legacy being the life that you touched. Be honest and be hardworking. You may not have everything as in all the cars in this world, but then when you are honest and you are hardworking, God will never and will never forget to help you and to support you. Now, our school is going through quite a number of things as we speak. But before I go into that, I will also tell us that it is not too late to become whatever we want to become in life. We have that song in school, and very popular song. I sing it everywhere at my workplace. I sing it. You can become whatever you choose to be, whatever you choose to be, whatever. If you want to be a thief, you want to be a life changer, it depends on you. No man can stop you from being who you want to become or whatever you want to become. You can become whatever you choose to be. So the question is, are we ready to be life changers? I go to Mayflower just like going to the market these days. Well, I used to go in those days even before I became the president. But now I go, it's just as if I'm going to the market. Because there will be a reason why I just have to be there. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Let me quickly tell you that we wrote a letter, and your class third chairman, in person of Are Mori Balogun, can attest to this. We wrote a letter last year.
Is Are Somori, sir? Are Somori.
Okay, Are Somori. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry about that. Okay. We wrote a letter to UBEC in Abuja that will need Mayflower to have a facelift. We need some blocks of classrooms and all that. And just last week, we had a very, very positive information. And not only information, the person that heads that team came to Mayflower. And thank God the General Secretary was able to meet him in person of Mr. Charles Beecroft. And by the grace of God, they will be renovating most of the buildings in Mayflower. I'll be meeting the team from Abuja tomorrow. I'll be at Mayflower hopefully before 10 so that we could meet and look at where they start and everything we need to put together for the work to be very successful. But where am I going? As we speak in Mayflower, there is only one physics teacher. There's only one chemistry. Last year, one of the promises I made, make sure I organize a kind of linkage between the students of Mayflower and students outside this country. I was able to do that. I linked them up with the school in England, and the students of Mayflower, we picked some of the prefects. And I asked the principal, where are we going to use for this program? And we couldn't get a place that is at least a little bit nice, but we eventually settled for the computer lab. My God, when we got there, and I went with some of my friends, one of them being a Microsoft person, and Dr. Luniola. I mean, she was surprised that this is the Mayflower you've been talking about. I mean, we got into the computer lab, and it was shameful. Right there that day, I told myself we're going to change this place. And thank God we were able to talk to the 70 set, and the 70 set gave it a facelift. And by the grace of God, I think there's another set, I think 86 set, that is going to equip the lab with computers by the grace of God in January. But apart from that, that woman showed me, the computer science teacher showed me the scripts that she marked. That woman was taking well over 400 students, and she was going to mark the scripts. I mean, it's sad. So the situation in our school calls for all of us. All hands have to be on deck. We need to be part of what is going on in school. And what is going on is that there is need to come and make a change. Things can't go on like this. I think 2 weeks ago, I was at Mayflower, and I met the teacher teaching physical and net education and the Yoruba teacher for the Mayflower Junior School. One teacher teaching close to 500 students. One teacher, one. This can't continue. Now people will ask me, then what's the government doing? I remember last year where I was in Canada for the Exmays Global Convention, and I went with the results of the students. I went with the situation on ground, took pictures and all that. And I mean, they couldn't believe it. Most of them that have not been to Nigeria for a while, and I mean a while. And they were asking me, what's the government doing? And the answer I gave them, even the roads are bad. The hospitals are like mortuaries. Everything it's bad. So if we sit there and we keep complaining, then before we know it, our school will not be that school that we have always longed for and that we want to see. The products of our school, if we are not careful, they will not make us glad. And that is not what we want. So that's why I said, are we ready to ensure that our legacy is the lives that we touched? There are lives there in Mayflower that we can touch. I want to encourage your class sets. Whatever you can do, come together and see, let's see how we can help that our school. Our school is actually the truth. We're doing our best. Thank God for Exmays. I was with the SA, the special assistant to the governor on education. I think that should be maybe last month or 2 months ago at Abeokuta, and we're discussing. And she said, I was with her, with the principal and the PTA chairman, and she said that the old students are actually the owners of the school. And that is the truth. We are actually the owners of the school, and that we should own it. Well, that was coming government official, but then that is our school. And we sing it. So this is our school, Mayflower, shall live and live and live. If we don't do something quickly, then you can see just in my house now. The power is taking light. The light is off. So if we don't do something quickly, don't worry, solar will come up now. If we don't do something quickly, our school will not be that school that we have always loved. Now, what can you do? What can you guys do? I've talked about it because I want to start wrapping up. I've talked about teachers. Your class set can decide to pay the bills of 1, 2, 3 teachers. I think presently they pay them 30,000 per month. That's too low, but then it's okay. It's okay. If it's 30,000 naira, 30,000 times 1 year, then maybe that should be done to like 360,000. You decide to have a physics teacher. I think my class set does math. I know 85 sets. I think they do math and English teacher. So your class set can decide to do that. The 65th anniversary is around the corner. It's an opportunity for you to also do something. You don't need to wait until, I know your class set you celebrated your 20th anniversary in 2018. Your 25th is going to be in 2023. You don't have to wait till 2023 before you can put something together. You can do something. You can pick a teacher and somebody drops 5,000, somebody drops 10,000, somebody drops 1,000, and you know that every month I'm committed to dropping 1,000. Then we can help that school. I want to also let you know that the 65th anniversary, we're depending on you guys. We expect that you will pay your dues. We also expect that, that reminds me, I think your class said has 300,000 that you are here to pay. There's one outstanding somewhere. And I've looked at the people in your class set. I've taken time to study this class set. This class set has people. You know, when they announce in churches or in a church, they say, we want to build something. And one man sends a note and say, please don't announce it. Then we need 30 men to come out to drop this. And one man just sends a note. That one man is one man. You guys have men in your class set. One man that can equal like 10 men in some other sets. So you guys need to please help us. Let's come together and do this work. Together is better. Maybe as a wrap up, let me say that congratulations to Mr. Benga Wahab again and Demola Adeniran Sapele. They received the award, the MOSA Merit Award. I got mine, I think, 2010. But yeah, I think Benga dropped some money. If you still wants to give us, if he still wants to give us money. But Demola Adeniran Sapele, I'm sure he will do it. I'm too sure. You remember when we had the 25th anniversary, 25th remembrance of Taishu Lari's death? He promised us something, and we also gave him an award, MMA. I think he's the only one that is yet to redeem his pledge. All other awardees have actually done that. So, and I'm sure with this that I've said, you guys will stand on his neck. I'm sure you will stand on his neck. I know Sapele will do it. It's not a big deal for him. He's one man. Sapele is one man. He's not one man. One man. So we'll do it. So on that note, let me just thank you very much. The legacy we have that we can have in life is the lives that we touch. I mean, that's it. Let's see how we can make things go well in Mayflower. Let's see how things can get better. And I know with the 98 sets, we can do so much. Thank you very much for inviting me. I appreciate every one of you. And I have one prayer for you, that you will not bury anyone amongst you in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President, sir. Dr. Akinlesi, for the very, very wonderful presentation and the speech in our maiden community gathering taking place today. We are very grateful. We wish we could thank you more than this, but please accept our profound